Welcome.
Okay, my computer is
I
not
don't know.
having it today. Anyways, welcome back to the Michigan Severe
What am I
Weather.
supposed to
I'm
say?
sure Garrett does not know what he's talking about. So we're gonna get into it. We're gonna look at the HRR to see what's going on right now throughout the state. We do have a 14Z on its way out. Let's see here. We'll play this. Let's slow this down so y'all can see it. Anyways, throughout the day today, in most of mid Michigan and central Michigan, it should be dry, although into the UP and Mackinac City and in southern portions of the lower peninsula, there could be some rain showers mixed in today. Um, well, I do think a big story today will be severe weather for next week. Possible. We don't know yet. It's low confidence. Ain't that right, Garrett?
Yup.
All right, let me pull up the GFS. And we're gonna go to the 18G from yesterday. Let's see here. Wait for it to load. Load up. Okay. And if y'all want to share my screen so you can see it and go along in the meeting, y'all can. Okay, so
All
we're,
right.
we're gonna go down here.
You might want to show our outlook.
Yeah, I'll get there. So we're at Unstable Cape right now. We're gonna go out to our. What are we thinking? What was it?
I think 140 something is our first storm.
I'm gonna say it's 144 or something like that. So as you can see, we do not. This model does not. Or model. It's not
132.
132 for 18Z.
Oh, for 6Z.
Okay, I
18Z
think it's
would be
144. So, anyways, this model does not show too much Cape. We do have pockets of like 2,500 down to 2,000, but I mean everything else is just on 1,000, which is threshold for severe weather. I believe for the state of Michigan, it kind of changes with
1000 joules
yeah, it changes a
is
little
all
bit.
you need.
It changes values depends on location because they have different weather patterns. Anyways, yeah, as you can see, we other places do have higher amounts of Cape. I think based on what the National Weather Service said this morning, they do they did run off of like previous Model Ones because the newer Model One does show some energy shifting, which is projected to do this far out in time. So I think what we're gonna do, let's go to the. Surface base is pretty similar to the Supercell Composite here at that point on the 18Z is pretty low, but yesterday we went ahead and looked at the sim reflectivity and we found. By the way, this is Wednesday. We found when we went ahead a couple days up to Friday, we do have. This is Friday. A system coming through from northern to central Wisconsin, coming down through the state. Now, we did check the soundings just to see what's going on, and as you can see here, the soundings show a possible, well, marginal severe. So it's like it's a possible um, um, storm, severe storm. I do believe in a bit, a few hours later, it'll change again. Let's see here, yeah. So as you can see,
That
we get
sounding is for 198.
198. Okay, I'm on 195 right now. So as you can see
198
here,
Grand Rapids area.
all right. As you can see here, this is a Lansing area in Michigan. You can see we got some non-severe supercells. Basically, what the down here, what this means, it just means like what other storms that had happened in the past have a similar setup to this. So it's just kind of idea to gauge what's going on. Okay, so let's hit up 198. Let's do it at Lansing, and then we'll hit up Grand Rapids. So, and then I'm gonna go back to the radar, and you guys can kind of look at what we're seeing here. Although we, the newer models have this changed. We do believe still there will be a storm next week. We just don't know what day yet because different models, and different times, they have it shifting all over the place. So yeah, as you can see here in the Lansing area, this is um we have 2500 Cape, 2500 unstable Cape, uh, surface base too. Um, and then apparently, if we go up in Grand Rapids, yeah, 198. Let's say it's about here, close enough, man. Um, let's see. What levels put it on? We have a severe, and then I mean, you see this photograph. Look at this thing. Like the spin in this thing, that's like a perfect curve. I do think there might be a different area in here that we gotta look. So, and then I'm gonna show you what on the what was prompted us to look at this. Like, look at this. Hold on, look at this spin, that perfect like half circle, whatever you want to call it. And then we do have a couple significant supercell matches. And as you can see here, we do have 169 loose matches, which means some of the data matches, but not like everything, with a 65% of them having a significant tornado esque. Um, as you can see here, the STP, significant tornado parameter, um, how it's measured. It just kind of gives you a little idea of what you could see. So yeah, I think now we're gonna show what the 18Z radar showed. So as you can see, we have a line complex coming down from Wisconsin, going through the state here. Keeps going, but right after that, it seems to be like a secondary complex that forms and then pushes through again. We're gonna head up to the newest model on the 6C from this morning on the June 13th, and we're gonna see what that has to say. So this one has the timing a little different. This one, instead of Friday, shows Wednesday. I think the National Weather Service kind of agrees with that, but their placement's a little different. Um, so we'll head over to the Cape here. As you can see, about I would say early afternoon time frame, somewhere around that. We're gonna have 3,500 plus Cape in mid Michigan, and then we're gonna keep going about to probably like 5 o'clock right here, and you can see we have just a huge swath of Cape. We're gonna go ahead and pick up sounding here from the Lansing area, see what's going on. And then we're going to go ahead and look at the radar and see if we can kind of piece it together. Now, I will say it's kind of hard to tell because first, the GFS radar is kind of, it's not too good on what it shows, but yeah, it's still there to use. So as you can see,
Tristan,
what's up?
can I share my screen real quick
Yeah.
to show this one sounding? It's from the same storm that we looked at Grand Rapids.
All right.
Oh, it just a sec. Let me figure this out.
All right. Yeah. Take your time. Well, let
This,
me know when you're out. You got it.
yep.
Yeah.
So this is our sounding from Wisconsin. This is from the same storm that we saw in Grand Rapids, but this is the most maxed out like hodograph or weather sounding that I think I've ever seen, and this is in Wisconsin, so not very far from us.
Yeah.
But this is showing just how potent this storm can be. I mean, STP is maxed out, our significant tornado
I will
parameter.
say over here, um, there is a small cap in place for at least the Wisconsin area. Over here in Michigan, I do not believe we have a cap. Um, which may limit the severe risk in Wisconsin. Also, the other thing to think about, yes, the holograph is giving signs of spin, so is a significant tornado parameter. This setup does not have any matches, so when you don't have any matches, we kind of have to be like, is it gonna happen? Is it not? It's uncertain. So right now, this is just like a rough idea. There could be storms, but if so, it could be more conditional. Just because we do have a cap in place over Wisconsin, will that limit what we see here? May or may not. Just depends if that cap gets you ordered. But regardless, I do think after set things past that spot, I do think once it comes over here, it'll start to blow up just because of the sheer moisture we have and the energy we have, the cape. So thanks, Garrett. I'm gonna go back to the writer, show them what we're kind of saying here, and then probably gonna move on to tonight, like the 3 day weather outlooks for the cities, and then we'll probably hit up the outlooks we made. Let's see here.
Tristan, we also have 4 minutes left
Yeah,
in
I
the
just
Zoom
seen that,
meeting.
man. I just seen that. Let me see how much time we got on the recording here. Okay, we got like 15 minutes on the recording. If you want to hop over the Discord, Garrett, we can do that when time comes. Um. So, anyways, here on the 60, um, we're gonna go to the radar. Well, we'll look at the super circumposit first, just to see what there is. As you can see, we probably have valleys of 2 to 4 anywhere through here. Also, I do want to show you just real quick before we get to the radar, just real quick. I know I'm kind of stalling there, but I'm not trying to. We're gonna go to National Weather Service. This is their outlook that they have posted for day 6/Wednesday. So we can go here. Let's let it load. They've been having some problems this morning, but I think they're all good now. So day 4, Tuesday, and then Wednesday. As you can see, they do have a highlighted risk area for northern Missouri through eastern portions of Iowa, through southern to central Wisconsin, and through parts of Illinois. Now, will this move? Yes. Do we know which way? No, but I can probably say with the given new model ones, it'll probably encompass some of Michigan, and I do think it'll definitely change on the parts of Wisconsin, just with the new model ones and kind of what they're showing. Regardless, you should still be well aware. So let's see here. So what I mean by shifting, if I can click the cape,